I'm just going to read one more little bit of my book, and it's about the night we actually finally got out. And my mum had heard about this refuge, but she didn't actually know for sure, so it really was a leap of faith. And it was a bit of knock a door and hope for the best. And lucky enough, we found the refuge, but they weren't expecting us. There was no plans in place. We just turned up, you know, and there was no room. There was no room, so we got redirected elsewhere. And this is the bit about that. A taxi arrived to take us to this place, but now back on the streets where he could once again seek back to my body, rushing with fear and the adrenaline pumping, a weird mix of being stuck in this void, of knowing we could be safe in this beautiful place, sharing stories of healing with others. It's there in sight, there for the taking, just one more night, but we have one last fight. We got to another tall Victorian house. A lady answered the door and welcomed us in, led us up the stairs to the attic room at the top. There were 3 single beds and a small dormer window. It was very pretty with pink floral quilts and dark teak furniture. This was actually happening. She's leaving. This is it. We giggled at the old-fashioned bits placed around, making fun of the horrendous situation we found ourselves in, with every now and then thoughts seeping in, scared of letting him down and how sad he would feel, but also how cross he would be. An empty house and just him. Like I say, he had already started to lay buttons within. That trauma bond was there to keep us in place and never far away. Back to giggling, there was a mini door, and my brother, who has ADHD, was a ball of energy, overstimulated with excitement and fear. I myself was struggling to process these emotions. Looking back now, I can't even fathom how his little body and mind was coping. We were joking and he peeked in. There were all kinds of beautiful fabrics stored behind that door. We joked about how he would be on the side of milk cartons, our faces with a reward. By the morning, this was the saddest yet amazingly happiest moment in my life to that point. Would I see my friends again? What would people think? Those thoughts seemed soothed by the realization that my mom was sort of safe. We were free, we were out, just us 3 fighting the world together, one moment at a time. For now, passing a toothbrush around one by one, for in the panic and daze and in that moment of me refusing to comply and pack a bag, with the knowledge inside we would return in time, we had nothing. My mum packed a few bits, toothbrushes, not being them. There was a garage next door. We had to face the night and go there together in a pack, 2 watchers and 1 buyer, all feeling the same fear. We had come so far. Now please don't see his car. She grabbed a few bits with a small change she had in her purse, for financial abuse was a real thing in our home. For we hadn't eaten, of course, we needed to brush our teeth, so 1 toothbrush would do us. I didn't care for this, would become a part of my story. An integral moment of the night my hero, my mom, had gathered the strength to come all this way and leave our not-so home.